Live, local, breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
We are taking a live look through our Hilton Greenville Skycam. We had a stormy Sunday yesterday, still foggy as you can see outside this evening. Chief Meteorologist John Susrich tells us it is not over and more storms are on the way.
Yeah, we've been tracking the storms through Texas and Arkansas where the storms left a trail of damage. John, hopefully things won't be severe when they reach here.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Myra and Nigel, we could see some severe thunderstorms, especially tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Now, this system is very potent right now, and it's going to weaken quite a bit before it gets here tomorrow during the day and tomorrow night. But still, we have the potential for severe thunderstorms. Main threat will be damaging winds for us tomorrow, and maybe even a brief isolated tornado. The best threat of severe weather will be south of Interstate 85. These are all tornado watch boxes, these red boxes that are to the west of us, Alabama, Tennessee, all the way up and through parts of Kentucky, Mississippi, and all the way down into Louisiana, including New Orleans. So, Storms Prediction Center has us under the gun for tomorrow and tomorrow night, mainly tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening for us, with the risk of severe weather. As I mentioned, the main threat would be damaging winds, maybe a couple of thunderstorms, isolated tornadoes could be severe, producing large hail, but also maybe even a brief isolated tornado, and that would be tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So tomorrow morning, tonight and tomorrow morning, fairly quiet. Rain showers in through western North Carolina. These could be some strong thunderstorms moving through North Georgia at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and maybe in the southwestern mountains of North Carolina. These individual cells will be moving quickly off the northeast at up to 50 miles per hour, while the whole line itself will move about 40 miles per hour to the east. So we go through the day, scattered showers and severe thunderstorms possible tomorrow afternoon. This is at 5:30 tomorrow evening. And then the cold front actually produces maybe a solid line of severe thunderstorms with damaging winds. This would be 11 o'clock tomorrow evening. Once we get past midnight tomorrow night, then it's just rain showers and the severe weather threat will be completely over with. Talk more about the storm system in detail a little bit later on. Now back to you, Nigel.
John, thanks. Yeah, we want to show you a look at the aftermath from those storms John was just talking about. At least one person was killed in Arkansas, another 3 injured. Officials say it happened when a tree fell into a home, destroying it. The National Weather Service is trying to determine if the passing storms did spawn a tornado. And take a look at the damage in Texas. The heavy rain there downed power lines, toppled trees, creating power outages and blocked roadways throughout the city of Denton. Again, the storm system is headed this way, hopefully not as severe, but you can follow the storm using our weather app. It's available now on Android and iPhone. And of course, John will update you on air and online on WYFF4.com. Well, if you've gotten a speeding ticket in Asheville when an officer used a radar gun, the district attorney's office might be contacting you. That's because some of the radar guns weren't calibrated and certified before their yearly certifications ran out. The DA suspended all speeding ticket prosecutions last week while they try to figure out the issue. The DA's office and police department are trying to figure out how many tickets this affects and what the next step should be.
We'll take every case as it comes. But what folks at home need to know is, wait, if you've got a case that we have discovered that was affected by this, you will be hearing from us.
Police say this issue affects about 250 of the 4,500 tickets given out last year.
The Highway Patrol says a man was hit and killed this morning in Greenville County. WYFF News 4's Allison Powell has more.
A deadly hit-and-run caused traffic to stand still this morning for many on their way to work. Whitehorse Road was down to one lane heading north towards Travelers Rest near Lily Street. Troopers say someone hit and killed a pedestrian a little after 5 a.m. They don't know much about the accident. Corporal Bill Ryan hopes you can help.
Right now we have very little to go on. We're looking at evidence and stuff that we have at the scene at this point in time. We are asking anybody who was driving in that area around 5:10 this morning, even if they think they saw anything, please give us a call, give us some information, because it may be information that we need to bring this to a close.
The accident affected local businesses as well, shutting down this gas station for about 3 hours. The owner of this gas station said he didn't even have to make coffee this morning like he normally does because people couldn't even pull in here because of the crime tape that the Highway Patrol put up. The owner of Harry's Quick Stop says his surveillance footage does show the accident, but it's hard to see in the recording. Ryan hopes video like that can shed some clues on what happened and who is responsible.
They'll canvass this area and they'll look at all the different businesses and see any businesses that have potential surveillance footage, and they'll look at that for that time frame to try and locate what type of vehicle, or excuse me, identify what type of vehicle it was, so we hope they'll be able to locate it.
If you have any information on the accident, you can call Highway Patrol at 864-241-1000 and leave your name and number with a dispatcher. WYFF News 4, Allison Powell in Greenville County.
And investigators are still working to identify the victim of this hit and run. They say he was a man in his 20s or even his late teens. They say he was wearing a white shirt, brown jacket, nylon blue shorts, purple and orange Nike socks, as well as tan-colored Crocs.
Tonight, we're getting a look at how hospitals, doctors' offices, and even ambulances in our area would handle a case of Ebola. WYFF News 4's Mike McCormick is live and local in Spartanburg. Mike, what did you find out?
Well, Nigel, Spartanburg Medical Center here has been working on a plan for days now. If a patient suspected of having Ebola goes to the hospital and admits to traveling to African countries and shows the classic symptoms of Ebola like fever, headache, and abdominal pains, they'll be escorted out of the emergency department. Then they'd be taken around the building to a decontamination chamber for treatment. If a patient shows up at a doctor's office or at an urgent or minor care facility, the staff would call 911 and ambulance supervisors would show up with special equipment to escort them to the hospital. Spartanburg Medical Center's chief medical officer says the Ebola scare is causing some tension, but the hospital is prepared to handle a case in the rare chance that one shows up.
Safety is our primary concern, whether it be for our EMS crews, for our emergency medicine staff, or for the other patients who are already here. We've got to keep them safe first and foremost.
And we also checked with Mary Black Hospital here in Spartanburg. They also have an area where they can isolate patients suspected of having Ebola. Officials at Mary Black tell us that nurses and doctors who would then interact with that patient would wear protective gear like gowns, masks, face shields, and gloves. Mike McCormick, WYFF News 4, live tonight in Spartanburg.
Mike, thank you. The licenses are in and the ceremonies have begun for same-sex couples in North Carolina. A U.S. judge in Asheville struck down the North Carolina gay marriage ban on Friday. WYFF News 4's Allie Miles is live at the Register of Deeds office to tell us what's happened since then. Good evening, Allie.
Yeah, good evening, Myra. The past 2 working days have been the 2 busiest days in Buncombe County's Register of Deeds office. Their busiest day in the past, they gave out 30 licenses. Friday, they handed out 44, and today, 51. They say the majority of those have been to same-sex couples.
It's just amazing.
Mary McLemore has a hard time putting it into words. She's now married to her girlfriend of 9 years, something she wasn't sure would ever happen.
We moved from Mississippi specifically so that we would be able to be in a state that recognized it and feel more comfortable and be at home, and Asheville has just been that place for us.
These 2 got married at the deeds office, waiting to have their ceremony with their families in Mississippi. Other couples have already been welcomed at local churches. Reverend Mark Ward vowed in 2006 he wouldn't sign another license until everyone could get married.
This morning I got to sign my first license in 8 years, and it was very exciting.
His church performed ceremonies today free of charge.
Asheville and North Carolina has really joined this movement forward for this country.
Associate Pastor Gary Mitchell has been with his partner for decades. He says the First Congregational United Church of Christ is already getting calls for bookings if they're not coming straight to the church after getting their license.
This is something that we've waited for a long, long time, and it's like I told the congregation yesterday in services, now we're just as dull as everybody else.
Well, the newlyweds we talked to say they're pretty excited to be considered dull. They say they are so grateful to their gay and straight allies like the church, Campaign for Southern Equality, and the We Do campaign. Without it, they say they wouldn't have gotten this chance for a voice. Allie Miles, WYFF News 4, we're live in Asheville.
Allie, thank you. Well, today Franklin Graham, Reverend Billy Graham's son, spoke on camera today about the court's ruling on same-sex marriages.
It's sad when a judge is able to overrule the will of the people. This is a democracy, and the people spoke. And we're seeing that activist judges across the country are overturning the will of the people.
Meanwhile, Republican Governor Pat McCrory said over the weekend, despite his personal feelings, he has no plans to fight the court's decision allowing same-sex marriage.
Plans for a memorial service have been set after upstate radio icon Russ Castle passed away over the weekend. The coroner says Castle died at his Greenville home Saturday morning from natural causes. He was 60 years old. WORD said on its website that it will hold a memorial service for Castle this Thursday at 6 p.m. at Berea First Baptist Church on Fars Bridge Road in Greenville.